nutritionist. I have done my master's in food science and nutrition and postgraduate diploma in sports nutrition. So today what we are going to talk is about a guide to healthy eating. Next slide, please. So all of us believe that health is wealth, right? Nobody has a doubt regarding it. Am I right? But what are we doing regarding it? Okay. Are we really following what is here? Everyone agrees that health is wealth. But next slide, please. But all of us would like to be very fit, energetic, perfect digestion, composed mind, lean body, good immunity, disease free. Yes. Okay. But are we really? Or are we suffering from acidity, sleep issues, blood pressure, constipation, headaches? Okay, I think many of you all will take a yes from the above points. These are just the starting. The list goes on and on. Now we want to be healthy, energetic, but we have some of the other issues popping up. Why this is happening? A is junk food. Everybody knows what is junk food. I will not go into it. Second is irregular eating habits. Okay, आज 12 बजे को मेरा मीटिंग था, वो 4 बजे तक चला. Then I didn't feel like eating. I didn't feel like opening my tiffin, and so I ordered some pizza. If this happens once in 3 months, it is fine, but you cannot do it regularly. Okay. If pollution, apart from the COVID times, do you think pollution is going to decrease? No. We have to make ourselves stronger for that. Like if you are making, अगर आप गांव में एक घर बना रहे हो, and if you are making a building near the sea face in the city, okay, so that building in the city has to be much more stronger. The same way we have to make ourselves much more stronger through good nutrition. I'll come to that, but that is a need of the day. Sedentary lifestyle. We have no time for anything. That is what we have started to believe in. But as we bathe ourselves every day, so we need to have some active lifestyle, some activity for at least 30 minutes to 45 minutes to start with. Stress. See, everybody has stress. It is a way you deal with it. Some people have more or less, but it is also, I feel, to do with how you handle the stress. So ये नहीं बोल सकते सबके लाइफ में स्ट्रेस है, but it is important to handle it well. We'll go into it detail later on. Ready to eat foods, okay? Packet खोला and डाला and it is ready. It is so ready to eat, convenient, yes, and you are made to believe that it is healthy. Why I'm telling you made to believe? Like suppose you have prepared a vegetable or a soup or anything, okay, today. Tomorrow or day after, if you have it, it will taste little different. Okay. If you keep it for more days, it will turn bad. So then what you have to do is you have to process that food. Then you have to add some preservatives to it. You have to add some color to it. You have to add some flavor to it. That is what is ready to eat foods, and it is being made to believe that they are healthy. But read the packets, read the stabilizers, preservatives, sugar, color, everything. You will understand what I am telling you. Next slide, please. So this is, I want you to see, look at this, have a look and just analyze yourself. How many of you do you suffer from constipation or diarrhea or bloating and gases, food sensitivity, mood swings, depression or fatigue, headaches, skin problems, autoimmune disease, or bad taste in mouth? Okay, all these symptoms are clearly indicating unhealthy gut. That is unhealthy digestion, because see, whatever you eat, it gets converted. If it is not digested well, how it will reach your cells? And from there, everything starts, your hair fall, your bad skin, then you feel weak, lethargic, you get some skin disease, or many, the list goes on. And I don't want to scare you, but long-term constipations are also related to cancer. Researchers have shown this. And there are some people, some clients come and tell me ki I have made peace with constipation. I think I am born with constipation. No, it is not like that. It is not something to be, you know, just not taken care of. First thing is to address your gut issues. That means there is something in digestion which is happening, and that is why things are getting wrong. And how do you address digestion? Is first is correct your diet, move, start exercising. There are various yoga poses which will help you in digestion. If you're doing all these things and still it is not fine, researchers say that people who have a habit of emotionally holding on to things, मेरे साथ ऐसे ही हुआ, ये ऐसा ही है, that also leads to constipation. This is what latest researches also show. So basically, first and the foremost thing is to correct your digestion to have a healthy gut. See, we don't have a challenge of long life. Like, and looking at the advanced medical science, 75, 80, everybody lives in. But the challenge for us is to be independent till that time. And to be independent, you have to start from now and correct all these things. Next slide, please. Now, some other symptoms which will indicate bad metabolism. Okay. Low immunity, getting sick more and more. Like, you know, you go to office and you see everybody is getting cold. अरे ये तो normal है, season change है. नहीं, season change के लिए आपको ये सब हो रहा है तो your immunity is not normal, it is lower. Trouble concentrating or brain fog, struggle losing weight, irregular menses for females, trouble sleeping throughout the night, okay, not getting good sleep, digestion issues, again constipation and bloating, and low on energy levels. All these things indicate a bad metabolism, and we need to boost metabolism. Now, what is metabolism? It's basically the energy required for the involuntary activities in the body. Okay, like for example, I'm talking to you, I'm raising my hand, it is under my control, but my digestion, my absorption, blood flow, it is not under my control. So the energy needed for that. So when you're exercising, you're building in little muscles. Okay, your muscles need lot of nourishment. So the body has to work more, have to utilize more energy. So that is how your metabolism increases. This is one small simple way of telling you. But if you're having this, if you are having any of these symptoms, time to, you know, buck up with everything. Next slide, please. Now, why do you think this metabolism is important? Because if all these things are not there, the chances of gaining weight is more. And every time you go to the doctor and you're overweight, they first tell you to lose weight. Why? I will tell you now. Suppose this is your heart and these are your knees. Heart is supplying blood, knees are bearing pressure, everything is going fine. But when your body size increases, your heart remains that much only, your knees remain that much. So heart has to bear more pressure, knees have to, heart has to work more, knees have to bear more pressure. Okay. And that is how the body is overworked. And when it goes for months and years, it starts showing. It is with your each and every organ. And that is why there is infertility, there is kidney disease, heart disease, sleep apnea, hypertension, and the list goes on. So first and the foremost thing is to reduce your weight. Next slide, please. So this is what we are talking, and this is why doctors tell you to lose weight, because you are having excess pressure on your body. Now, there is no shortcut to healthy eating, exercise, and positive attitude. If people are telling you, giving you some quick fix or something, it will not work. I am very, very sorry, but that is the truth. Even if you do any fat diets, you will get phenomenal results. You will get good weight loss. But what happens after that? Many a times people start complaining of knee pain, or, you know, hair fall or bad skin after doing crash dieting. So don't go in for that. You have to lose weight, but not your health. Okay, so there is no shortcut to healthy eating. Exercise, whatever exercise you like, it may be a badminton or you know, gym or walking, anything you do it for 45 minutes to 1 hour, because after 20 minutes body goes on the fat metabolism mode. Okay, so there are people who might be saying, मैं ना 20 मिनट सुबह चलती हूँ, 20 मिनट शाम को चलती हूँ, फिर भी कुछ नहीं होता है. कुछ नहीं होगा because body fat metabolism पे जा ही नहीं रही है. Hence, it is very, if you're not used to any exercise, start with 15 minutes. It is okay. But eventually your target should be 1 hour. If you are overweight, please don't go in for Zumba. Okay, because in Zumba, when you're jumping, it will have a lot of pressure on your knees. So don't do any jumping aerobic Zumba activity if you're 80, 90, or even for example, 70 plus. First reduce the weight, increase your fitness level, and then go in for all these activities. Next slide, please. Okay, now coming to food. Okay, I will just give you a gist about it. In our food, we need some nutrients which are required in a larger proportion and some in smaller proportion. So carbohydrate, fat, and protein, we need it in larger proportion. What are your carbohydrate? Your wheat, your cereals, matlab your roti, rice, your jawar rotis, nachni rotis, all these things are your carbohydrates. Your maida is also your carbohydrate. So your jawar, nachni, wheat, all these are good carbohydrates, whereas your cake, pastries, where maida is used, are your bad carbohydrates. So we need good carbohydrates. Protein. Okay, we Indians are vegetarians, and whoever are non-vegetarians are occasional non-vegetarians. We don't eat it every day. So the protein, and what we are seeing now is protein is very, very deficient in everybody's meal. For example, if you're having your lunch, many a times in many households now, lunch is just roti and sabzi. There is no dal to it. Now the good sources of protein are your dals and pulses, non-vegetarian food items, nuts, okay, your almond, walnuts, all these things, and milk products. Now you only analyze how much are you having in a day. In every meal, you should have some protein. Typically what happens is सुबह को पोहा उपमा खाया या पोहा खाया, दोपहर को रोटी सब्जी लिया, then 4 o'clock biscuits and tea, and again evening I had some sandwich or a roti sabzi. Where is the protein gone in this? There is no protein at all. And after some time, you start feeling lethargic, and ye dukta hai, wo dukta hai. You remove the reports, everything is fine, and then people tell you maybe it is psychological, maybe not. It is what your food is going. Maybe your food is totally lacking in protein. So what do you do basically? In the morning with the breakfast, if you're having idli dosa, include sambar into it. If you're having a poha or upma mein aap udad dal dalo, but the good amount. Otherwise, you have half a katori of boiled moong with it. Or if you're a non-vegetarian, you can add an egg to it. So you can add peanuts to your poha. In the afternoon, take dal, okay, or a paneer thing, or chicken. Some protein source has to be there. 4 o'clock, you can have like 5 to 6 almonds, two walnuts, okay, along with the fruit. Fruit is not a source of protein, but these things are. And then in the evening also do include some protein source. So anything you are having, you need to have some protein in your diet. And second thing is, when you have a good protein, the amount of carbohydrates will be lesser, and it will help you to maintain your weight also. Fats. Now we need fats. When we are doing this, our joints need lubrication. Okay, our hormones need fats. We need fat for vitamin absorption. So fats are needed, but in good quantity. Okay, small quantity, not too much of it. So see to it that you are giving good fats. In terms of oils, use filtered oil, not the refined oils. Market is filled of refined oils, but you get few filtered oil also. And when you are in certain place, if you're in Mumbai, look how Mumbai people are eating and have it accordingly. Like for example, you can't have chola and rajma here every day if you're from north, because north mein wo bhi in the winter season they have it more, because in winters the digestion capacity is more. Now in summers you can't have it every time. It will lead to gases and bloating many times. You can't use sarson ka oil here, okay, because it is very, very hot here. So whatever oils the locals over here are using, stick to those things, because I feel every part of India has a balanced meal. Not only balanced meal, but it is also according to the climate of that region. Like we say Gujaratis, they have a lot of oily food, because Gujarat is a dry state, and over there if you have it, it is good, not over here. Okay, vitamins and minerals. Now, these things we need it in a very small amount. But if we don't get it, what happens? I think 80% of you all have had this vitamin D deficiency. Yes? Now, what happens in that? Your back aches, your calf muscles pain, okay? Or, you feel very lethargic in the B12 deficiency. So, these things we need it in small amount, but in proper thing. Calcium, iron, okay? Calcium, I'll tell you iron ka example. Like most of the ladies, like more than 60% of the Indian females have low hemoglobin levels. Okay, उससे क्या होता है basically? You feel lethargic, low concentration, and many things. Now, vegetarian sources of iron, that is your green leafy vegetables, your raisins, okay, all these things are in inactive form, and you need an active form to be absorbed in the body. And for that, we need vitamin C. So simply kya karna hai, whenever you are having any green leafy vegetables, either you squeeze a lemon on it when the vegetables comes to your plate, or you have a cucumber and capsicum salad with it, because these things are rich in vitamin C, and these things will help you in absorption of vitamin C, absorption of iron. So whenever you are having any of these things, just see to it that include some vitamin C. Like from November to February, March, Amla is available. Have one Amla every day. It is the richest source of vitamin C, and one Amla suffices your 1 day ka vitamin C things. Okay, so instead of taking a tablet, you can have one Amla with it. Water is very important. Observe your urine. It has to be light yellow. It doesn't have to be dark yellow. Okay, but at the same time, don't overload yourself with 5 and 6 liters of water. Anything which is overdone is not right. Okay, unless you are doing some gym and hardcore exercise and taking protein supplements. Otherwise, you don't need 5 to 6 liters of water. Next slide, please. So now everybody would tell me, कि नहीं time नहीं मिलता है and all those things. So here are a quick one dish recipes which are very quick, and you can make them when you are very busy. So this is khichdi. What you need to do is take equal amounts of dal, like a moong dal and masoor dal, and rice. Okay. Make two, like you can have bottle gourd, that is your lauki or dudhi, whatever you call, carrots, French beans. Okay, cut it finely, and in a when you first add water in the cooker, let it boil, then you add this cereal and rice and dal mixture, then you add all these vegetables, 2 bowls of vegetables to it, put dhania, jeera powder, haldi, hing, everything, and then you make 3 to 4 whistles, let it cook, and then give a ghee and lasan ka tadka to it, and upar se you can add little spring onions or chopped palak. So it's a 1 bowl dish jahan pe you have your protein as dals, carbohydrate as rice, and vegetables, good amount of vegetables to it. Okay, and it really tastes good. Next slide, please. Okay, this is you all make jawar roti and nachni rotis. Okay, many of you feel that they turn dry. So when you need it in hot water, okay, so what happens is it will stay softer, and to this you can add a lot of vegetables to it. You can add dal to it, little bit of again dhania jeera. In summers, don't go too much for garam masalas, go for more of dhania jeera powder, and make a roti out of it, and that you can have it just with dal because you've added all the vegetables to it. If you have food processor, nothing like it, just put all the vegetables, then you put this, and hot water, knead the dough, put masalas, and you can make it. Next slide, please. This is moong barley dosa. Barley is a grain which is very rich in nutrients and helps you in reducing your bloating. So one katori of moong, green moong, and barley, like 1:1 proportion, same proportion. Soak it overnight. In the morning, grind it in the mixer with little ginger and green chilies and make a dosa out of it. That dosa, you can have it with chutney for your breakfast, and you can have this with vegetable for your lunch. It's a protein rich dosa. Next slide. Then this is banana oats pancake, you know, for your kids, or sometimes you also feel like having something. One banana, oats, and one egg. Mix it together. Put it in the, make a pancake out of it. Or you have that uttappam pan, you know, small uttappam making pan. You can put it in it and then remove from it, let it cool down, and then add little honey to it. See to it that you don't add honey to extreme temperatures, extreme hot or extreme cold temperatures. Next slide, please. So just I want you to analyze these things, that how often are you eating these items. Why I'm putting more emphasis on these protein items is because if you analyze your things, you will realize that this is really less in your food items. So milk and milk products, if you can digest it, nothing like it. Eggs or non-vegetarian items, dal and lentils, and nuts. Next slide, please. Now, too much of gyan, right? So let us play a game, okay? Can you tell me in your chat, can you answer it in your chat? What is healthier? Milk and cereals, dosa, sambar and chutney, or oats cookies? Come on, guys, tell me, what is healthier? Okay, Vinod is saying oats. Anyone else? Dosa, chutney, yes. Amrita is saying dosa, chutney. Oats. Nisha is saying oats. Okay. Dosa, chutney, yes, Jyoti. So basically it's dosa, sambar and chutney. Okay, because if you see, dosa is your rice and udad dal, again protein carb combination. Sambar is your protein again, and you have chutneys for other nutrients. Okay. Oats, cookies. So if you have to make a biscuit, you have to add maida to it, and you have to add little dalda to it, which is extremely dangerous to our health. Only if you know some people who are doing homemade oats cookies and using only oats, according to me, it is not possible. And you add baking powder to this, okay, the oats cookies. So it is not a good ideal breakfast you would have every week. You want to repeat it every week. And cereals and pulses, cereals and milk. See, basically, read the packets again. It will have you know, coloring, flavoring, all these agents, falana, and you know, sugar has 50 different names on the packet. So if you read fructose, cane sugar, many things like that, you will see that it is sugar only. Cane syrup, sucrase, maltose, all these things are form of sugars only. So because if you write sugar, one serving contains sugar 60 grams, nobody is going to take it. So this is a smart way of writing it. Plus, corn and milk is a bad combination again. It leads to a lot of gases. So avoid all these things. Once in a while it is okay, but it shouldn't be an everyday breakfast thing. You know, when they had come, when these cereal Kellogg's companies had come to the market, it was first a failure because they had put it in cold juice. Then they did a lot of R&D and found that Indians are used to having hot breakfast, and hence they introduced the hot milk. So there is very smart marketing gimmicks which are happening around us. So be careful. Next slide, please. Okay, hidden fats can be found in which food? There is mango, potato, or safe puri. Yes, guys, hidden fats are found in what? Mango, potato, or safe puri. Anyone? Hidden fats is, okay, Amita is saying mango. Hidden fats means we don't think there is fats, but actually there are fats in that. Okay, Amita is saying mango. Anybody else? Okay, Kunal is also saying mango. Okay, it is safe puri. And why I introduced this thing, okay, Mayuri is saying potato. Understand this. Why I am putting this thing is because a lot of my clients said, "Kal raat ko maine bahut light khaya tha." I said, "Kya light khaya tha?" They would say safe puri. Now puri is fried. You have save on top of that. How is it going to be a light food? Mango is a very nutritious fruit. It is not high in fat. It is high in carbohydrates. But in mango season, if you don't have any elements, one mango a day to banta hai. It is a storehouse of nutrients like vitamin A, C, and many more nutrients. Potatoes, even if potato is not bad, but people who are on weight watch or too much of overweight and sedentary lifestyle should avoid it. Okay, but it is not a bad food as such. So what you need to avoid is safe puri. Next slide, please. Okay, how many portions of fruits and vegetables should you have every day? 2, 5, or 10? Come on, how many portions of vegetables you should have every day? 2, 5, or 10? You all feel it is too much? 2. Okay, Siley is telling 2. 2. Everybody's telling 2. No, we should have at least 5 portions. Now, do you feel this is too much? I will just break it down. You can have 1 fruit every day. Okay. 1 vegetable in the morning, 1 in the evening. 3 ho gaya, 1 katori. And you can include salad in both the things, like 1 tomato, 1 gajar, 1 tomato in the morning, 1 carrot in the evening. So 5 ho gaya. Is it very difficult? No. Try to have these 5 portions every day. You can have it in the form of vegetable juice or soup or salad or sabzi, stir fry vegetables, but have it. Okay, 5 servings every day at least. Next slide, please. How many teaspoons of sugar can be found in ordinary 60-gram bar of milk chocolate? What do you think? How many? 1, 7, or 5? 5. Okay. Anyone else? Okay, 5 again. 7 grams. Okay, and what WHO has told us is only 4 teaspoons of sugar can a healthy person have who is in their ideal body range and who is exercising. They can have only 4, and here we are exceeding. So imagine if we are having 1 or half bar of chota chocolate every day, how much sugar is going. Next slide, please. The same is with the cold drinks. Okay, the fizzy drinks which we are very, very fond of, it contains around 6, 7.5 teaspoons of sugar in 1 jar enough. Okay, so be very, very careful and always remember this while having this, so that you are not going to have more or you will stop drinking it. And apart from that, it has lot of preservatives and flavoring agents, coloring agents, and many things. And diet drinks are more dangerous than the normal drinks. Next slide, please. Okay, now this is there's a slide. You tell me what is healthy in this. There is fruit yogurt, protein bar, fruit loops, fruit smoothie, dosa khakra, wafers, white pasta, salad dressings, health drinks, oats biscuits, ice creams, and fruit juices, canned fruit juices. What is healthy in this? Come on. Think and tell me what is healthy in this. Khakra, fruit yogurt. That is dosa khakra, I have said. Huh? Okay, fruit yogurt, fruit juice. Okay, guys, nothing is healthy here. Nothing is healthy here. People who said fruit yogurt, again check the this thing, labels, and you will understand what I'm saying. And secondly, if you see in our Indian things, we have never mixed any khatta things with milk, because whenever there is khatta things and milk together, what happens? Doodh fat jata hai. The same thing happens in our stomach also. So generally avoid it. This is not that nutrition perspective, it is Ayurveda perspective. But this, I have seen it in my practice also. When we stop all these things, there is a tremendous, what do you say, positive changes happening in the digestion. Protein bars, just read the labels and you will understand what I'm saying. Nowadays, there are very good quality bars, protein bars coming in. So invest, maybe you can invest in that, but that also I would not suggest you on a regular basis. Fruit Loops, unhealthy. Dosa khakra. Have you touched that dosa khakra and seen lot of salt and lot of oil is there? I'm not talking about the diet khakras. I'm talking about dosa ka khakra banaya hua. It oil and sugar are natural preservatives और वहाँ पे भर भर के होता है. Fruit juices, when you remove a juice out of that fruit, the simple like fiber is lost and what you get is simple sugars. And if you see here, they would say no added sugar. They wouldn't say no sugar at all, because the sugar they would add on the dabba and then pour the juice inside. So we are surrounded by very smart marketing, or even fresh juices, they would have, it's just simple sugars, nothing else. So always prefer a whole fruit to fruit juices. Next slide, please. Okay, your gut influences your brain. This has been from before. Okay, whatever you eat will influence how you think. For example, if you have not had a meal at if you have skipped your lunch and it is 6 o'clock now, wouldn't you get irritated? Will you be able to concentrate? No, you will not. So that is how it is. Or if you have a very, very heavy meal, puri and shrikhand and whatnot, will you be able to sit and concentrate on work? No, you want to sleep, because the blood supply all is directed towards digestion of that meal. And hence you feel sleepy because lesser blood supply here. Okay, next slide, please. Now, many a times we feel like, especially after COVID, these depression and all these things are used very, very loosely. A lot of anxiety issues are seen. Okay, there might be a reason to it. Yes, you should go in for treatment, but have we analyzed our diets? Okay, have we analyzed what we are eating? If you see the B vitamins, what is there? Vitamin B. It is related to poor concentration, depression, poor memory. Even for small kids, you know, if you feel they have less of concentration, या बहुत irritate कर रहे हैं, speak to your doctor and maybe give a multivitamin. That might solve problem. Okay. Or improve their, you might have to give multivitamin for some time because the nutrient level must have gone very, very down, and focus on a long term, focus on their diet. Now, what are the nutrients, B vitamin rich nutrients? On an overall gist, I am telling you, it is your whole grains and vegetables. Okay, it is your green leafy vegetables. So basically, if you have a balanced diet, this will solve your problem. The diet. Next slide, please. This is about the vitamins. Next slide is about the minerals: selenium, magnesium, vitamin C, zinc, iron. Okay, these all are also related to your mental state. So see to it that you are having good amount of it. Again, if you see green leafy vegetables. So it comes down to your roti, sabzi, dal, salad, if you see. But you need to have everything in proper proportion. Next slide. Okay, now carbohydrate craving. A lot of us have gone through it. A lot of clients are coming to me after especially lockdown that we crave for carbohydrates. So I will just read out the thing, right? Yes or no to that. Okay, either you can take a paper and pencil, or you can write it on your mobile or computer ka notepad. Okay, later on we are going to count that yes and no. So is it difficult to resist sweets and desserts? I would rather snack on bread, granola bar, cookies, cakes, or other starchy or sweet foods rather than peanuts, yogurt, or crunchy vegetables. When I am tired, depressed, or irritable, I feel like eating something sweet, right? Yes or no? I have a hard time stopping once I start eating sweets or snacky food items. Yes or no? I am not satisfied after eating a meal or snack that contains only meat and vegetables, or only paneer and vegetables, or only dal and vegetables. A breakfast of maybe eggs and toast is likely to leave me feeling tired or hungry for a sweet in the morning. I feel better or more relaxed after eating something sweet. After being on a strict diet, I indulge on sweet or starchy foods. 9th, I feel lethargic and irritable when I don't have a mid-morning or afternoon snack. I prefer a simple meal with a dessert to a fancy meal with no dessert. Yes or no? 11th, I feel more energetic after eating a starchy or a sweet snack. 13, my cravings for sweet or starchy food are so strong, I often am unable to resist giving it into them. The urge to eat sweets or starchy food is greatest after a meal that contains only meat and vegetables. And last one, I have tried a lot of diets but have not had long lasting success with them. Okay, now count your yes. Next slide, please, and no's. So if you are 5 or less, there is a low probability that you are carbohydrate sensitive. It is fine. You are in a good range. If you're 6 to 9, then you are probably a moderate carbohydrate giver, and you try to correct the things which are there. Okay. Like for example, I'll tell you, do a kitchen detox. Like I love sweets. If they are in my fridge, I will eat it. So I will not get it. If somebody gives me, I'll give it away. Okay. If you are more than 10 or more carbohydrate craver, then try 2 to 3 things at a time. So what you can do is, if you're used to a sweet, if after every meal you switch to raisins, black raisins, have 2 of them and then stop it. Many a times at 4 o'clock you get that craving. It might be because of dehydration. Eat 2 glasses of water, drink 2 glasses of water, wait for 15 minutes, it will be gone. Don't keep anything at home, because seeing is wanting it, and many a times you will not go out and have it. You will say chhod do karke. So these are the few things you need to work on. If it is 10 or more, and if it is too much, get help to do it. Next slide, please. So these are the things what we told about. Okay, whatever I explained you, the same thing is here. And in your breakfast, you eat whole grains instead. Okay, and a serving of fruit that can also suffice it. You can use alternative flavorings like vanilla, nutmeg, cinnamon to please your sweet tooth. And basically keep nutritious fruit in food in your kitchen. Nutritious food is like fruits. You can keep salads, nuts, okay, peanuts, all these things you can keep handy. Next slide, please. If you are a person who gets, very hyped up or charged up, these are the things you can have it at 4 o'clock, like a tender coconut water and add 1 teaspoon of honey to it, or a tomato juice with rock sugar, khadi shakkar bolte hain, mishri, that you can have it. Or figs, you get fresh figs, which are very good for anxiety. Bottle gourd juice, that is your dudhi or lauki ka juice with 1/4 teaspoon of jeera powder and 1 teaspoon of honey into it. Every day on empty stomach, you can have this. People who are having cold cough should avoid these things. Next slide, please. Now, basically at 4 o'clock, next slide, please. So that this is again some things you can have, like especially apple, cut apple, add little honey and black pepper and cinnamon and chew it. This is also for your sweet taste also. And if you feel like having something different at 4 o'clock, you can always have this. Okay, watermelon juice. In juices, only watermelon juice is the one you can have it without straining it, that too homemade. Okay, next slide, please. So junk food into healthy food. How do you make it? Okay, if you choose a whole wheat bread, lot of good outlets you get this thing. They will have little maida, but instead of whole maida, little like a whole wheat and maida combination is better. Or nowadays you get jawar bajri ka pizza bread also. You can go to Zomato, you can search, you will get these breads. Okay, you take onion, tomato, capsicum, stir fry it, and put it in the mixer, and that becomes your pizza sauce or your pasta sauce, and then add vegetables and little bit of cheese. This is how we prepare pizza at home, and everybody loves it. Even my clients love this. Okay, burger, again you choose a whole wheat bread, and you can cutlets mein what you can do is half portion of aloo and half portion of dalia you can take. Dalia you can use only when your digestive health is good, and then add vegetables to it and make a burger out of it. Okay, pizza also you take whole wheat pizzas, whole wheat pasta, sorry, for pasta. You get nowadays, rajma and whole wheat durum pasta, mixed durum wheat. or edamame and durum wheat mixed, or just durum wheat, that is hard semolina. So use these things, prepare vegetable sauce, add lots of vegetables to it and prepare the pasta. Next slide, please. Frankies, this is very commonly done. Your roti, put pudina chutney, or you can put hummus, and then you put loaf paneer, or moong to it, or rajma, you boil it, put it in the mixer, and like a tacos filling, you can put it in this and fill it with lots of vegetables and have it. If you're on a weight loss or you have any health issues, instead of aloo paratha, have vegetable paratha, dal and salads. Okay, if you're going to order a sizzler, if you're going to go outside, order for grilled chicken or grilled paneer or grilled fish with stir fry vegetables and little bit of pasta or brown rice to it. Okay, so less of these things and more of your protein and vegetable portion to it. Next slide, please. So something apart from diet, what we spoke before, a positive frame of mind is very, very important. Okay, health is important. It needs your attention. With weight gain, risk of lifestyle diseases increases. Yani diabetes, heart disease, arthritis, the knee pain, all these things, you are risking the thing. So correct in time so that you will have a better quality of life later on. Time management, plan your day in advance. This is the crux of everything. If you have a meeting from 12 to 4 at 11:30, have something so that you're not very, very hungry at 4 o'clock. In between also, you can munch on little nuts. Engage in things that keeps you happy, hobbies, meeting up with friends, etc. Because this is very, very important. Because this and this is related. That is what I feel. Sleep is very, very important. Even if you're following everything else and you're just sleeping for 4 hours, nothing is going to help. We need around 6 hours of sleep minimum. There are few people who need only 4, but you have to analyze, are you in that category? Set achievable goals, okay? You can't lose 10 kgs in 1 month, okay? Or if you have very, very bad eating habits, you can't just overdo in 1 day. Start with baby steps so that in 3 months you are at a very good rate. Or if you're not used to exercise, first day only don't do 1 hour of exercise. The next day you will not be able to do it. So take baby steps so that they are long term. Next slide, please. Yeah, our lifestyle has become hectic due to various reasons. So taking massage, taking vacations, following your hobbies are very, very important. Massages are no longer luxury. It is a necessity. And I have seen in my practice, and especially after the lockdown, what massages can create wonders. Next slide, please. So it helps managing your stress and anxiety, improves blood flow and blood circulation basically, relieves lower back pain, improves your sleeping habits, enhances your mood and relaxes your muscles. Especially nowadays, what I have seen is with the corporates, this part is getting too much stress. There is lower back pain. If we neglect it, this is going to be too much. So just by, doing simple things like exercise, massages, you can just, cure it now so that there is nothing big later on. So once again, thank you very much. Hope you have liked the thing. And if you have any questions, please shoot it. So take care of yourself because you're worth it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Namita. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
I just request attendees, if you have any question, please you can have a Q&A session now. You can put your questions into the chat. Can chat.
Good question. See, understand this, the jaggery and sugar have similar calories, but the nutrient content of jaggery is more than that of sugar. Okay, so clients come to me and tell me ki I have left sugar completely. Okay, but I'm using jaggery instead of that. So you are having that sugar, you can substitute it. Yes, jaggery is a better option than sugar, but that also needs to be had in proportion because it has the similar calories. So it is good, but it is not like अरे अभी हम लोग कितना भी खा सकते हैं. Like one of my client had literally told me कि मैं पहले 1 teaspoon sugar लेता था चाय में, अभी मैंने 2 teaspoon जैगरी किया है, but I have left sugar. No, that is not going to help. What could be healthier evening snack option while you are in office? Okay, you can carry few nuts. Okay, you can carry a handful of chana. You can carry a fruit, or you can carry this jawar puffs you get, but you can carry makhana, but which is homemade. There is something called as popped jawar. Matlab, that white color ka popcorn you will get chota chota in that kurmura wala shop. It is very, very cheap. It is a traditional item. Okay. In Marathi, it is known as laya. In Gujarati, it is known as dhani. There is no English word to it. Okay, you can take that, roast it in ghee, like ghee ka chok deke, you can make a chiuda and you can have that. It also increases your energy levels and helps you in weight loss. So these are the few things what you can have it. How to increase your hemoglobin naturally? You're a vegetarian or a non-vegetarian? Okay, let's start with vegetarians. You can have a few black, okay. But when you wake up, you can have few black raisins that will help you for your iron levels also, for your emotions also, for your acidity also. Your black raisins are also good. Okay, for vegetarians, cauliflower green, जो हमको पत्ते निकाल के देते हैं ना, that is a very rich source of iron. अगर आप vegetable वाले के पास जाओगे तो वो बोलेगा कि आपके पास rabbit है क्या करके. But at the same time, it is very, very bitter. So you can include them in parathas or cutlets or dal, a little portion of that. And as I told you that whenever you are having any vegetarian source, like, green leafy vegetables hai, ya thode dals hai, always have a salad along with it, like capsicum and tomato, या फिर squeeze a lemon or have amla during amla season. Anything which is, आप बोलोगे कि मैं सब्जी में टमाटो डाल के कुक करूंगा तो विटामिन सी सब चला जाता है. So for vitamin C, you need to have raw form only, fresh form. So fresh tomato or fresh orange, you can have one before having the meal, that kind of a thing. So include vitamin C. Okay. Otherwise, your non-vegetarian foods, your egg yellow has a good source of vitamin C into. Your non-veg iron into it. That way. Yes. Anybody else? Does the time of the day matter when it comes to eating? Yes, definitely yes. Like focus on early dinner. As the metabolism, as the day progresses, your metabolism decreases. Okay. And second thing is also that your activity levels decrease. So if you're having a heavy dinner at night, like, do roti, sabzi, or puri or anything like that, it is going to increase your calories, because those carbohydrate, basically, if not utilized, it gets converted into fat. So basically all these things will get converted into fat, and that's how you put on many a times from your belly. So night ke liye go slow, go light. Breakfast, lunch can be heavier. So I think the timing of the day is very, very important. It's the most important thing. So basically, I like sweets. So if I feel like having any sweets any day, I see to it that I have it with my breakfast, not with the dinner or anything. Yes.
Any questions, guys? I guess
okay, great. So I'll just tell you my website, which is www.slimmingsolution.in. You can visit in there and you can come to know what exactly we do. We have a combination of modern nutrition and Ayurvedic therapies. So you would be able to see it there, or our Facebook page is also there, slimmingsolutions.1. You can also visit in there. And thank you very much for.
Thank you, Namita. Thank you for the wonderful session. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.